The flag is waved. We go racing then as the cars accelerate down towards turn 1. Good getaway by Bortolotti, good getaway by Guven as well. The cars fan out across the road, 3-4 wide in mid-pack. Side by side to turn 1. Guven is late on the brakes on the outside. He's run deep into the corner. He's up the curb. He's off the road completely. He's going to cut the corner. He rejoins second. There's a spin. It looks like it's possibly 163. Christian Engelhardt that's gone around. That was the Grasser Lamborghini on cold rubber that's rotated. Let's look down from the drone and see what we can find. There are cars off the road and back on again. So turn 2 has been the first pinch point. And look at this. 3 abreast. Dive down under braking. The drone outbrakes many of the cars. But it's a great shot, this, as you hover above the pack down towards turn 5. Up the curb on the inside, there are drivers, there are cars all over the place.
Well, it's not turns 1 and 2. You can expect to see cars cutting the inside of the corner, but not down at the far end of the circuit through turns 5 and 6.
Mercedes there, I think, with a bit of damage, slowed right down. Looked like one of the Boutsen cars. So come the end of the lap, you might well have 1 or 2 heading into the pits. There are cars sideways, cars way off the racetrack. And look at this as they blast down the Mistral straight. BMW versus Ferrari et al. You've got the McLarens in that battle pack as well. So it is Bortolotti leading Guven in second place. Jules Gounod is third. And Augusto Farfus in the BMW on the inside. He goes third. That was brave.
That was a brave move. He got a good run down the Mistral straight to get himself up alongside the number 2 Mercedes Get Speed and made that pass stick up the inside into seen at the speed these cars, 215 kilometers per hour in the corner. That is brave.
So Mark Radcliffe's Optimum McLaren pits probably with damage, and Michele Beretta's Mercedes AMG in as well. So 2 teams already in strife, and there you can see the damage to the Mercedes. Front to left corner has taken a pounding. Well, they're going through is number 159, Benjamin Goethe, who we've seen winning Silver Cup in the past. Safety car has been deployed. Safety car on track. Now, I'm not aware where the incident is, but there is the safety car, and quickly scrambled that. So we're on lap 5, just starting, and safety car deployed then. Let's have a replay of the start then. Mirko Bortolotti making that good getaway on the run down towards turn 1. But it was in the mid-pack where we had cars fanning out all across the road, desperately trying to find clear track space. Maxime Martin's view, there was just nowhere to go. Crowded road ahead of him. Augusto Farfus BMW just ahead, and Farfus then getting into Engelhardt. Now that pushed Engelhardt a little bit wide. Look, he bounces across the road and he's just lost it. From another angle, just have a look on the outside line at the blue Lamborghini, because Christian Engelhardt comes back onto the road. I don't think there was any contact that caused the spin, but certainly he'd already run wide, and that was what unsettled the car. He was lucky not to get collected.
Well, what he did, he got off the brakes, and when the car was in the course of its spin, eventually it comes out of it and was rolling backwards, and he let the car continue to roll backwards to get it off the racetrack rather than putting on the brakes and sitting there and being a sitting target for those cars that were coming on the line. But look at what's going, dear me, it's nuts this opening lap. 54 cars all think they're going to win the race on this single opening lap.
So we go racing once more then as the cars now power up towards the line. What can Rovera in that Ferrari do about Jules Gounod in the Mercedes? Alessio behind the Andorran-based driver as they come over the line. Bortolotti's made that break, hasn't he, of about 2 or 3 lengths, being chased by Guven, being chased by Farfus, and Maxime Martin will be on his toes. Look at Verviche in the background, all over the back of David Pittard like a cheap suit. The Mustang is on a mission.
Yeah, but Pittard made a pretty dramatic move to the left to block the Mustang trying to get up the inside. So Fred Verviche would have not been overly happy about it, because he probably felt he had a legitimate chance to get alongside the Aston Martin on the run up into turn 1.
Lots of grunt and go for the Mustang. Quick in a straight line.
And Verviche has found a way around David Pittard, but Pittard comes back, goes up the inside in the Bousset and gets that position back. So Mustang overtook in straight line speed. Look at Verviche trying to find the best way to get back at the Valkyros Motorsport Aston Martin.
Look back, Martin on his toes. He's alongside Rovera. Ferrari on the inside, BMW on the outside up towards senior Maxime Martin. He's going to try to go all the way around the outside of the Ferrari. You're on board with the BMW. Has he done it? Has he done it? Yes, he has. Maxime Martin all the way around the outside, gets his nose in front, but he's hung out to try on the outside at Le Beausset.
Yeah, he's going to try and make the undercut. I mean, that was a courageous move by Maxime Martin, and also not to run wide on the exit I've seen. So now the Ferrari has come back and got the position that he'd lost literally 2 corners ago, got it back.
And we've got another yellow flag out at the end of the lap, but the leaders coming on to the Mistral. They go through that turn 7 kick. Well, look, Rovera and Gounod go side by side. Marco Wittmann's been the quickest driver through that section of the circuit, and Maxime Martin makes it 3 abreast. Fantastic. And all of a sudden, the Mercedes looks breathless because the BMWs, plural, come up and attack. Martin has gone through, and look at Weerts. Picks off 1, picks off 2. He got a mega tow, and all of a sudden, up to 4th goes Martin. Fifth is Witt. Sixth is Rivera. And down to seventh is Gunnar, but he fights back on the outside line. Look at this, John.
Wow. Courageous driving by both drivers. In a scene, you don't take too many prisoners. Again, Rivera can hold that tighter lower line and maintain it.
Fastest lap of the race, Maxime Martin. And somebody goes straight on. Look down at turn 2. Is that Guven in the Porsche?
It is. I think that is good. It's hard to tell that. The drone shot so far away, but clearly missed the entry into the corner. And not only missed the entry, missed the Aston Martin.
34 David Pittard, therefore, and he might have a problem. Right, Charles Weerts then ahead of Alessio Rivera, and now look, Wittmann has caught right up to Gounon in the space of a lap, and again that BMW just breezes by. Jules Gounon powerless to repel him unless he can brake late, but it's all done and dusted before the corner.
I mean, you mentioned off camera beforehand, is there any adjustments to the BOP for any of these cars? You would have to say, looking at the pace of the number 2 Mercedes, that is not the pace the car was running at throughout the weekend, or certainly in qualifying.
And drama also now. Number 159 is off the road.
Benjamin Goethe.
Yeah, and he was running in the top 10, wasn't he, early on? So Benjamin Goethe was just pulled off, we understand, rather than spun off. Oh, has he got a suspension problem?
Left rear's broken, I think.
It's all crab-like.
It's either a puncture, but I think it's the suspension, the way it's crabbing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, is that a curb strike, or has he hit another car to break that? But that's the game over, I would have thought.
Yeah, it is, and the car is in a place where I suspect, because that's technically part of the racetrack, but they want to maybe remove that car, not to leave it there, so that's a disappointment for Garage 59.
Getting a replay here, and in the background, Verviche was right up behind the McLaren. Now, had the McLaren broken and came across the front, or did the Mustang get involved in any contact? Discuss.
Well, also in the process, Verviche has lost 2 positions.
Yeah.
So that contact was costly. There's a BMW in trouble as well.
Is that Weerts? Charles Weerts, 32, I think. That looks like a tyre that may have gone.
The left rear tyre looks to me as if that's been cut down.
It is, so there's dragging the debris. Charles Weerts, and it's all let go. Bodywork flies onto the racetrack. There's hardly any bodywork left on that side of the car. Charles Weerts' BMW does not look like a BMW at all. Look at it now.
Oh, dear me, dear me. You know, when you run quickly with a deflated tyre, the tyre starts to flail and fall apart, and the force with that tyre coming apart is more than enough to take the carbon fibre bodywork. I thought there might have been a contact. Now, there was. The Ferrari, I think, must have tagged that left rear corner. And there you can... what was all that about?
Contact between Weerts and Rivera, and the tyre's gone there, look.
Yeah, I think the tyre had gone. That's why he had to turn to the left. It wasn't intentional.
This is how Patrick Niederhauser saw it. There's the contact, big whack, and that does for the tyre. So Niederhauser gains ground. But now there's debris all over the racetrack. We're going full course yellow. We're back racing again. Well, he's well versed in this from this race alone, isn't he? He's got Anshin Guven behind him. The Iron Lynx Lamborghini up towards the line. This will be the end of lap number 19. So once more we go racing. It's a different order from that we had after the first safety car lap. And you're on board now with the Get Speed Jules Gounon driven Mercedes. He's hanging on in there in the top 6, but this has the feeling of being quite a long afternoon for Jules Gounon and his co-drivers Lukas Stoltz and Fabian Schiller.
Look at the speed of the Mustang coming up behind Matteo Drudi in the Aston Martin. Is he going to be brave enough and try? He has. He made it. He had a clean overtake even before he had to get out of the gas and go down a gear into scene.
A car slows right down there, and that is 34 back out after its pit stop. David Pittard, and he's still got big problems with the Aston.
Oh yes, the flames are not meant to be coming out of the exhaust like that.
Bortolotti pits, Guven in as well. So they're pitting under the full course yellow, as you might anticipate.
So are we going to have Matteo Caroli? I suspect it will be Matteo Caroli in the middle stint, and Andrea Caldarelli will do the final stint in the case of that.
What's hanging off the back of the Porsche?
Oh, it's the connection. I think that might be the earthing connection when the car's being refueled.
Yeah, there's something connected to the rear wing of the Porsche. It's a cable, as you say,
from
the pit lane. Yeah.
I think they earth the car when it comes in for a pit stop to ensure that if there is or stop any static, essentially, and the danger that would be consequential. So that is not ideal.
Porsche, and there, look, the black and orange mechanical warning flag. The scrutineers want the Porsche in because of that cable attached, and that is an absolute disaster because they're going to go from first to pretty much last, aren't they? Because to come in, take the cable off and then rejoin, everybody will go past. Green flag waved on the start line. We are back racing with an hour and 48 minutes to go here at Paul Ricard. Andrea Caldarelli leads Dan Harper. Nick Yellerly is third. Julian Andlauer fourth. Fabian Schiller is fifth. That's your lead battle pack. They're going down towards turn 1, and a big move coming in the background. Dennis Olsen was lining up to have a go at the Porsche of Dustin Blattner. Caldarelli leads. Look back, there's the Mustang, he's gained a place. So Dennis Olsen goes 8th, this car going really impressively. And as this lead fight goes down towards turn 1, remember the Porsche that led oh so briefly, 46th, Dorian Boccolacci in number 22 now. Big challenge in the background. Look, Mercedes dives to the inside, and that is Dennis Olsen around the outside, and Valentino Rossi into turn 1 for 7th place. Job done. Take that, Valentino. Dennis Olsen, he's clearly not a motorbike fan, is he? Moves himself up past Valentino Rossi. And Neubauer, I think, was having to go back at Pla, wasn't he? Where's the Ferrari in all of this? There on the inside. Neubauer splits the gold lead battle, and Jim Pla will not like that.
So, but he had the Ferrari sort of compromised itself on the exit, so Jim Pla made the undercut and has gained the advantage, and now the Ferrari having to go very defensive indeed against Clemenco in the Audi. So a pass down the inside is always going to be a compromise on the exit in that final turn, the Virage du Pont.
There are the leaders then, out of senior once more. This is that 43. And again, Caldarelli goes a little bit wide. This is Dan Harper's chance on the inside. He's through, he's done it. Dan Harper leads, comes out of the corner ahead. Caldarelli fights back, applause from BMW, but not too soon, chaps, because Caldarelli's on the outside line. Oh, no, you don't, says Dan Harper. Elbows out, he leads.
Oh, how close can you get him? Are you going to bang into the driver, or are you going to drive him off the road? I mean, literally, Caldarelli did everything possible to get back at Dan Harper, but the BMW was able to hold that very tight line to watch the dive down the inside into turn 15. Dan Harper has made the overtake. From now on, he should be able to pull away from Caldarelli, which he's doing under acceleration, partly because he's accelerating that little bit earlier on the exit. But that was a well-worked job. Took a long time to get to the position where he could move up the inside in Bousset.
As now, further back, you can see 97 of Dustin Blattner about to lose the bronze lead, because alongside him is Nicolas Hiro in the Ferrari, and right there behind is the BMW of Toby Sowery. So the top 3 as one up towards Scene, and the Ferrari right round the outside. That was brave by Schiaro. Up the inside comes Toby Sowery, and he's going to go through, is he? The Century Motorsport BMW takes the place. There's your leader, that's Max Hesse. In Sector 1 he was quicker, in Sector 2 he was quicker. It's advantage BMW again, despite Cairoli's efforts. But that said, we've still got 46 minutes of the race to go. We're not done yet. As further back, Philip Eng comes up to have a go at Alessandro Pierguidi. The Ferrari just powerless in a straight line, isn't it, to do anything? This is like the first of where the BMW's just
10 seconds time penalty.
24 minutes and change on the clock now as we get towards the business end of this opening Endurance Cup race in Fanatec GT World Challenge Europe, powered by AWS. The leader, Max Hesse, 8.6 seconds clear, and a big dive by Eng on the outside. He's going to run out of road. He's off the track. He's going to come out ahead, but that's leaving the road and gaining a position with an advantage. He's got to give that back.
Absolutely, no question about it. No, he will give it back.
So Alessandro Pierguidi, try as he might, last year's Le Mans winner, can't really relax. And there Marcello is ahead of Haase finally. So that's the change happening for 6th. Marcello through, BMW goes ahead of Audi. So tick that one off. This is Eng ahead of Muller. That's for 4th. That's happened as well.
There is the Audi, and we're on board with Raffaele Marcello, and surely it's going to happen down in Le Bousset. Oh, it's pretty... I expect to see the nose of the Audi popping up alongside the left side of the... No, it didn't. So maybe Haase just decided, I've done all I can do and I've got nothing left to fight with, and that's given Marcello the opportunity to move up into 6th position.
And this is how he got past Sven Muller, who went a little bit deep, and the BMW nipped up the inside and was ahead by the time they came out of the corner. And Sven Muller is back up into 4th because Eng is in the pit lane. So Philip Eng, having taken 4th place, has come into the pit lane. Now, why is this? 98 BMW from 4th position is tumbling back down the order. There he is. And it's fuel, look. So the fuel issue before, I did ask whether all the fuel would have gone in. Presumably not. They've had to come in and put more fuel into the car. So that's 98 BMW. Back down the order. Now, look at this. Pierguidi has got Backler closer. Is there going to be a move to be made into Le Bousset? Only if the Ferrari goes wide and opens the door. And a car does go deep into the corner and then tries to veer off the line, but it's not enough because Backler is already through. And that was Lucas Al with a punctured tyre. But look, Backler has gone ahead. Yes. So the Porsche is through, and 48 Mercedes, that looked like with a flat.
Yes, a tyre on the right side of the Mercedes. You can see the blue tyre smoke coming off the front of the car, or looked like the front of the car. Anyway.
And Daniel Morad, well, he's carrying on.
Yeah, but I think there was bodywork rubbing against the tyre because that tyre smoke has vanished. But looks to me the right front of the splitter there, you can see it about to, well, it's not quite about to fall off. But who has he driven into the back? Look, the whole front of the car is vibrating. I mean, that's not going to be much fun to drive, even though only 6 minutes of the race remaining. So you can, I mean, it's almost at the part of the entire front splitter and front guard on the right side is about to detach.
And it will be a Fanatec GT World Challenge Europe powered by AWS Endurance Cup maiden win for Augusto Farfus, for Max Hesse and for Dan Harper. It is going to be Max Hesse who brings the car across the line. The checkered flag will be at the ready, and it's a win for BMW in France. Max Hesse, Dan Harper, and a delighted Augusto Farfus take the win. Checkered flag shown. Brilliant stint by Dan Harper. Really feisty opening stint by Augusto Farfus to get the car up from its grid position. And Max Hesse ticks every box to bring it home. Second, Matteo Cairoli over the line with Mirko Bortolotti and Andrea Caldarelli, the car that led the first hour and a half of the race. And for third, it's going to be Mercedes. Luca Stolz, Fabian Schiller, Jules Gounon come home for the last place on the podium. So, provisional results: Augusto Farfus, Dan Harper, Max Hesse win at Paul Ricard from Andrea Caldarelli, Matteo Cairoli and Mirko Bortolotti. Luca Stolz taking third with Fabian Schiller and Jules Gounon from Maxime Martin, Raffaele Marcello and Valentino Rossi. First blood in the championship then falls to BMW. It's winners' trophies to Rover Racing BMW drivers at the end of the race. Augusto Farfus grinning from ear to ear, Max Hesse in the middle that brought the car home, and Dan Harper who battled it into the lead. A great effort done as a team, and Augusto Farfus makes a run for it. Others do as well, but Max and Dan are ready with the champagne.